Being the middleman sometimes feels like the wrong person to be in any business relationship, but that's not necessarily the case. You definitely want to be the middleman because you don't want to always be the smartest person in the room. Why you never want to be the smartest person in the room is because you'll never have an opportunity to learn anything. If you're the smartest person in the room and no one has expertise that you don't have, then you're in the wrong room. You need to be in a room where there are multiple people smarter than you. But you definitely don't want to be in a room that's so much higher than your level that you have nothing to bring. You will be shown the door quickly. So it's always best to have something in your back pocket that you can offer to individuals who are much further along in their career than you. And the number one thing to offer is a relationship with somebody else. Because you're not required to guarantee their success. You're just guaranteeing that the relationship will start. How it ends is up to them. So, case in point, you put someone in contact with a person who can give them a stellar social media presence. This may not lead to them having a better business, but it will lead to them knowing more about social media, and they'll know more because of you. You're always going to be remembered as the person who introduced them to the person that changed their life. And many times this is why people want to be the matchmaker. They say, I know someone who would be great for you, because you want to be the person naturally that changes your friend's life. You want to be the person remembered when everything changed for them. So being the middleman or being the person who introduces two people who can be mutually beneficial for one another will make you the owner of that idea. And so whenever anyone is credited with the success of the business or the success of the venture or how much they learned and grew, it will be you. You will be in the list. So it's very important to make sure that you position yourself as someone who can introduce others. It's also very important that you never look for compensation for those introductions. Now, there are headhunters and individuals who hire others, and their whole job is built around making sure that you can get job placement. That's different, and we're not down on that at all. But the reality is that if you are trying to introduce people for what you can get from it, they'll smell it a mile away. And they'll understand that this is a quid pro quo. You want something for this introduction, and that's not ever a good position to be in. So you want to make sure that when you're introducing people, you're doing so in a way that doesn't feel sleazy or slimy. You want to make sure that when you're introducing people to one another, you're doing so in a way that will bring added value to both the person who possibly the smartest person that you know and the person who needs that information. And as time goes on, the value that's created from that relationship will always be credited to the person who started the relationship. And it won't be the two of them. It'll always be you. And that's why